Hi, my name is Ryan Munnis. I'm the product support manager from Cakewalk, and I'm here with SONAR X2 with our Windows 8 multi-touch display. And I just thought I'd give everyone a little bit of an introduction into what we can do with Windows 8 and multi-touch, and with SONAR X2. This is available now, by the way. So if you do have a Windows 8 computer and a multi-touch display, you can already take advantage of a lot of these features. For those of you familiar with SONAR X2, the interface itself, we refer to it as Skylight, but basically it's a modular interface. So how you can benefit from that is with a lot of simple touch gestures, such as the control bar at the top. If I wanted to drag this from the top to the bottom, that's very easy to do with my fingers. Same thing with a lot of the other elements in the UI, such as if I wanted to move my browser to a different part of the interface, such as to the left here, if I preferred to have my browser view at this part of the interface instead. So we gain some just very quick controls in terms of rearranging the interface with touch in SONAR X2A's Skylight interface. But the real cool stuff happens in some of the other views. So I'm going to run through some of them really quick, such as our track view, for example. As you can see, I have just a drum loop on my first track here, and I can scroll around in my track view with my fingers, but with multi-touch, I actually have the option for, pinch to zoom horizontally and vertically, just for very quickly navigating through my project to different parts of my arrangement here. So this is something that's unique to SONAR X2. We did implement this, spent a lot of time getting the acceleration to feel nice, to be able to just quickly and accurately zoom in to where you want to be and start playing from that moment in time. So another view we're going to look at with SONAR X2A's touch is the matrix view. For those of you not familiar with the matrix view, it's basically a nonlinear arrangement of any audio or MIDI content in your project. You can trigger audio samples or have MIDI loops trigger external hardware synths or virtual instruments. But I have a very simple arrangement here, just with some drum samples and some claps and some strings, just some sounds that I would normally trigger with my mouse or by mapping to a keyboard. With touch, I can trigger these easily with my finger, and the nice element to this is that I can trigger multiple at a time, which makes for a really cool experience if you have a very large grid of a lot of samples. Maybe you want to zoom around horizontally and vertically and trigger different samples just with your finger. So it's very nice for live performance. It's nice for collaboration. You can resample this all back into SONAR and capture your performance. But another nice element of this is that if I'm just building a groove and I want to audition samples from my media browser, I can go through my content that's installed on my system and just preview it. And if I decide this is a sample I like, I can very easily just drag and drop it into my matrix view. And now I have this additionally in here to work with. So it works very well with the media browser as well. And this same drag and drop control can be done into your track view as well. So if I wanted to bring the sample to one of my audio tracks here, I can do that same thing. So drag and drop, pinching and zooming and navigating in these two views is very nice. But of course, everyone's going to want to know, can I draw automation in the console view? How can I mix with this? Is this going to replace a control surface? Is it going to add to a control surface? What if I don't have one available? So if you have a multi-touch display, any of the elements in your console view, you would know, just as usual, that you can grab a fader and move it in real time. Same thing could be said for any of your pan controls, volume controls, muting or soloing any of the tracks. A cool element of it, though, is when you have a lot of content on the screen, such as a lot of Pro Channel modules. If you're not familiar with the Pro Channel, SONAR has a Pro Channel strip for every single track in the project, which over time can start to show a lot of different modules, and they're all stacked vertically. So with touch, it's very easy to just navigate through all of the Pro Channel modules on your system just by dragging and dropping your finger, through the screen and controlling any of them just with your finger. So it's very easy. If you turn on write automation, any of these controls can be automated in real time. And it's another very nice element of touch with SONAR X2. So that's just a very quick overview. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's a lot of fun to use. I would recommend anyone come by and actually try it if you ever get the opportunity. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much just a brief overview. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's SONAR X2A on a Windows 8 multi-touch.